I'm Barry Lethenpool Jr. I worked at Hardy-Winn dealerships from October of 2000.
A former car dealership employee described seeing Paulding County District Attorney Dick Donovan purchasing a vehicle in 2012.
Actually, I was a salesperson.
The video, nearly 10 years old, is evidence released this past April, recently discovered by the Reveal in a now closed criminal case file obtained through a public records request. In it, salesman Barry Poole alleges witnessing his boss, president of Hardy Automotive Johnny Hardy, asking the DA to reduce pending charges against two family members arrested for a shooting.
He turned around, looked at him, put his hands on his shoulders actually. He said, Dick, are you going to be able to help us out?
Are you going to be able to help us out, the dealership president asked?
I heard Mr. Donovan tell Johnny, he said, Johnny, don't worry about it. I'm doing all I can do.
This is how Mr. Hardy responded.
You just do what you got to do. He said, we appreciate it, and you'll be taken care of.
You'll be taken care of, the car salesman heard him say to the DA. But why?
All I know is I pulled up.
This dash camera video shows a deputy responding to a shooting.
He's the one that shot the tire out.
And taking the dealership president's sister, Brenda Hillhouse, into custody. Her son-in-law, Mark Campbell, was handcuffed too.
No, he ain't gonna win, Brenda. If it takes every dime we've got.
The last time I was in this neighborhood was in 2012, not too long after the shooting.
Jason Benson shows us where it happened in Hiram, Georgia. He was one of 4 people inside the truck the night of the shooting.
We started backing out into the driveway, and as we was coming across the driveway to jump this curb here, Brenda starts hollering, shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em, and Mark starts shooting at the vehicle.
At least one bullet struck a back tire. According to the incident report, Brenda and Mark were there to catch Jason having an affair.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if they were going to shoot us, if they were just trying to scare us.
The evening of the arrest, Jason says he got 2 phone calls from the sheriff's department asking him to reconsider filing charges.
I told him no, that I would not do that. I said the only reason I'm getting a call is because who it is.
To Jason, who they are was relevant. Paulding County has purchased more than $10 million in vehicles and parts from Hardy family dealerships since 2012. That includes vehicles purchased for the DA's office.
I said, if it was us or anyone else shooting at the Hardy family, no one would be getting a call.
According to court documents obtained by the Reveal, Paulding County District Attorney Dick Donovan personally met with Brenda and Mark about a week after the shooting. A short time later, one of Donovan's investigators made a surprise visit to Benson's work, asking him to sign a document declining prosecution.
I asked him what this was. I said, I've never heard of this. I said, why would no one call me and tell me what's going on?
In April 2012, a grand jury indicted Brenda and Mark on 11 felonies, including assault with a deadly weapon, theft, and criminal trespass. But instead of taking them to trial, District Attorney Dick Donovan ignored the grand jury's recommendations. The final outcome? Felonies reduced to misdemeanors, 12 months of probation, and a $1,000 fine each.
So what was your reaction to that?
I mean, I was upset. I just don't feel like justice was served. They were doing everything that they could to sweep those charges under the rug without having to go to court.
Benson called for an outside investigation, alleging the Hardy family bribed Donovan to reduce the charges. According to court records, in 2014, Georgia's Attorney General, a Coweta County DA, and a judge all asked the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to look into Benson's claims. Part of the evidence submitted to GBI.
2012, District Attorney Dick Donovan purchased a vehicle from Hardy-Winn dealerships.
That former car salesman who claims he saw the dealership's president ask the DA about the shooting.
When I heard that, I knew they were talking about the whole thing with Mark and Brenda.
Brenda, Mark, and the DA all declined to be interviewed. But Benson did confront Donovan about his concerns in a secret audio recording obtained from the closed case file.
Why would we go through the process of going through a grand jury, presenting all the charges that you did, and then even after you have an admission from Brenda and admission from Mark, why would you choose
not to prosecute on the grand jury indictment?
I don't really know that I can answer that or should answer that.
Benson pressed the DA again.
I don't want to see any strings pulled. I don't want to see anything done because of who they are. But it has happened in this case.
Well, it ain't going to happen in this case, I guarantee you. And I've already told you that, and I'll tell you again. It has nothing to do with who they are.
An attorney representing the DA emailed the reveal, writing, Donovan absolutely denies any wrongdoing whatsoever, adding allegations of Mr. Donovan receiving a bribe from anyone at all is spurious. This past April, 8 years after the GBI was asked to investigate, the agency closed the case. No charges filed against Donovan or anyone involving the Hardy family. While the DA won't face charges in this case, this past February, a grand jury did indict him on multiple felonies involving an unrelated case. One of the charges, bribery, for attempting to coerce a municipal prosecutor to drop shoplifting charges for a woman he was later accused of sexually harassing at work.
I feel like that's right up his alley. You know, he feels like he's above the law.